It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
It seems I've been missing from the scene, but I'm always coming right back. In the city, just a couple niggas with me, cause I know I gotta watch my back. And I'ma be the realest when the dog falls out. And I'ma still be standing when the sky fall out. They say it's gang gang till it's time to roll out. But when them things bang, where them niggas at now? Real nigga for life. They thought I disconnected from my essence, Rocking shades, but never blocking my blessings, Come from a place where it's dreary like fatal fury. The hardest fight that you face is a jury. We never worried, nigga. Ain't seen a marriage providers coming, we grown for it. Gun smoking, new pause, death stuff in new force. True gold, blue tour, shooting at your coupe door. Niggas catch a body, then rap about it on TuneCore. That's why I'm distant in my DMs. Rappers trying to be friends, but I don't think to me sin. I've been on some business, building LinkedIn. Signature like in stores. Won't even touch your fucking track without an invoice. Develop habits to elevate in my brackets. I notice most of my peers to get comfortable being stagnant over 10 years. Trying to plant my feet in the ground, but not a taste of victory is about as sweet as it sound. Yeah.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be getting into Charlamagne Tha God, all right? Now, y'all know we've been talking all weekend about what's going on at Hot 97, how they're transitioning, what just happened with the Ebro in the Morning show with Ebro, Laura Stiles, Peter Rosenberg. They got let go. They will be continuing the show independently. They will continue to be syndicated and all that stuff, but there's been a lot of chatter about that. Not to mention, what's that station, 94.7 out in New York, also making some changes. They've removed Miss Jones from the lineup. They removed Ed Lover, legend, Yo MTV Raps, from the lineup. So it looks like there's an industry shakeup in New York radio that's taking place. And what that means, we don't know exactly yet. Who's going to fill the shoes? Who's going to take the reins? Are they going for a younger demo? We don't know. But now we've got some speculation about Charlamagne Tha God up at Power 105 and The Breakfast Club, okay? So as all of this is making its waves around in the industry, we've got resurfaced video from a couple months ago of Charlamagne being interviewed and being asked about his iHeart contract with The Breakfast Club, because it will be up for renewal at the end of the year. Now, whether or not it will be renewed, we do not know. And of course, this could end up to be a big nothing burger in just a few weeks. Or this could be another shakeup, another New York radio shifting into a new generation, right? With The Breakfast Club, we already know we've got Charlamagne and DJ Envy from The Breakfast Club who've been there since its inception. But we also have Lauren LaRosa and Jess Hilarious, who are younger than them, fresher faces in comparison to them. Do I think they can carry the helm of the show without Charlamagne? Personally, no. Charlamagne is the star of the show. The donkey of the day, the conversations, the relationships with a lot of the guests that come up there are hinged on Envy and Charlamagne and their position, them being the OGs, them being staples in the entertainment industry, which is why they continue to have so much reach when it comes to guests, even though they may not have the same stronghold on the culture or the community that they once had. They're still extremely consistent, right? You take them out of the equation, yes, the producers and stuff will still have relationships, but it's not going to be as appealing for people when they're in New York to stop up there, because do they really want to go see Jess Hilarious? Do they really want to see Lauren LaRosa on their own? Probably not, right? Just being logical about the situation. Also keep in mind that Angela Yee, she left, right? She was up to renew her contract for that show. She said, I will not. They went and gave her a solo show. You know what I'm saying? Way Up with Angela Yee. So she's been doing that for the last couple years, developing it. Is it really hitting? I can't say it is. She's created some moments. She's had some viral videos. But overall, I must say the show itself hasn't really caught on. We'll just say that much, right? So what could be on the precipice here? Is Charlamagne going to go off and try to do a solo show? Is he going to distance himself from the Breakfast Club? Is iHeart done with him? He is the company man after all. Remember, he's been advocating for the Breakfast Club and iHeart for a very long time. His podcast network, The Black Effect, is also distributed by iHeart, so it's not even independent. That was a big talking point for people like the Joe Buddens of the world and the Dame Dashes of the world, because they're like, you had the opportunity to go build on your own and you didn't. You put yourself at the mercy of the big corporate giant. But what happens when they're done with you? Will you still have life? I don't have the answers to these questions. Shout out Justin Hunt, the company man, for real, for real. But again, all that being said, people are now looking at Charlamagne's contract and whether or not he's going to still remain on the airwaves on that show. So here's the newly resurfacing video, let me say, where they state here, Charlamagne completely dodges or weaves question about his iHeart contract ending this year with no announcement of a renewal in his Axios interview this September. So this was just a couple months ago. He got put on the spot and he was very tight-lipped, to say the least.
Be behind a mic. So as you mentioned, Charlamagne, it was 2020 when you started it, and I believe it was a 5-year deal. So your renewal is coming up with iHeart. Do you plan to renew?
You know what's so interesting about 2020? That it was COVID, right? And so being that it was COVID, like everybody that I reached out to said yes to the Black Effect Podcast Network, and that's why we were able to launch with 20 plus, 20 plus different podcasts. But that's crazy. You knew that.
I was gonna say, how do you know this?
Because when the press release says it was a 5-year deal, and the press release came out December 2020, and we're almost there.
Guys, Carrie can read.
Carrie can read.
That's amazing.
You learned anything today? So I don't think you answered my question.
Yeah. We call that the weave, I learned.
The bob and weave.
Saw Donald Trump say that on Flagrant, the weave.
So we don't...
She's ready for
me. Can you answer the question?
Can you repeat the question?
The question is, your deal with iHeart expires at the end of this year. Are you going to renew with iHeart?
Why not?
I don't like to talk business. It's not the place to talk business.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun. We have a lot of time to decide that. So we'll let you know December 31st at 11:59 p.m.
Good answer.
What you guys are kind of alluding, though, is that you're talking around. Like your options are...
I'm not alluding to nothing.
Okay.
I said I'm weaving.
Now you're doing the Dougie.
There are options outside of iHeart. It seems to be what we're hearing.
Okay, so that is the interview from September. Charlamagne clearly was not comfortable answering that question, which honestly I can't really blame him, can't fault him too much. If he doesn't want to talk about the specifics of his business, or show his hand on whether he's going to go right or left, I can't really say that he's wrong for doing that. Everybody discusses their business dealings differently. Some people are very forthcoming about what it is that they're doing or what they're trying to do or where they want to go or where they want to take it. Some people are a little bit more reserved with their business because they don't want people to jump the gun. I don't want you to know what the fuck I got going on. Don't be trying to, manifest your way into my role. Niggas see somebody moving out the way. They say, let me start manifesting my spot. You know what I mean? So it could go numerous ways. And again, just a couple weeks, we could be getting an announcement. Charlamagne renews his contract with the Breakfast Club. He's in for another 5 years. And again, this whole conversation becomes a nothing burger, but we ain't there yet. So here is the original press release that was mentioned in the video that we just watched. This is from December 8th, 2020, when they renewed the deal for 5 years. It says iHeartMedia announced today that it has renewed and extended its relationship with the phenomenal culture-shifting multimedia mogul Charlamagne Tha God, co-host of New York's Power 105's wildly popular and nationally syndicated hit radio show, The Breakfast Club, heard by over 4.5 million listeners each week. One of the world's most well-informed, authoritative, and distinctive media personalities, Charlamagne Tha God has become a crucially important and influential voice in the culture. Under the new 5-year agreement, we see it there, 5-year agreement, Charlamagne will continue his uninhibited trademark interview style on the award-winning radio show with his relentless effort to unveil truth by asking the questions audiences most want to hear weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as weekends with The Breakfast Club alongside co-host Angela Yee and DJ Envy. Okay. And of course, Angela Yee is no longer there. So damn, they went from doing 5 days a week to also doing weekends too? Shit. When you get a break? Anyway. 2020 was also where they celebrated 10 years of The Breakfast Club. Now 15. Now I'm on Variety, and they gave a little bit more detail as to the nature of what all came with this deal in 2020. It says, as the new senior creative officer of culture, content, and programming, Charlamagne will be discovering and curating new talent and programming for radio and podcasts and developing productions and community initiatives. In September of 2020, iHeartMedia and Charlamagne announced a joint podcast publishing venture, the Black Effect Podcast Network. That's his podcast network where he has a bunch of different shows under the umbrella. Charlamagne will also be developing a show where he will lead exclusive one-on-one interviews with some of the most notable artists, athletes, and voices in our society. The conversations will air quarterly across various iHeartRadio stations, podcasts, and other digital platforms. Okay? So everything was all peachy keen back in 2020. We'll just have to see where things stand today. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If y'all thought goddamn Drake came out and put the motherfucking axe on Ebro, if word got out that Charlamagne somehow gets ousted from the post that he's remained at all this time, that nigga might come out and play Pump It Up on his motherfucking Instagram story immediately. He might throw a motherfucking party, you know, because they've had a contentious relationship, allegedly even tried to put a hit out on him in Vegas once upon a time. I guess it was that deep. You know what I mean? But again, all of this is speculative. Everybody's talking. I seen Tasha K saying that as of now, they still haven't even reached, you know, any sort of talks of renewal. How she would know that, I don't know. But again, everybody's got their input, got their perspective on it. But ultimately, we just got to wait it out. We don't have the answers. We won't have the answers until they decide to give it to us. If they do, you know. So we'll just have to see where things go from here. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. All right. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
Family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the state.